Brandon Marshall, Steve Diminutive Smith, Margellus Wiley, Margellus Wiley, Margellus Wiley, Margellus Wiley, Rob Ninkovich, and new passenger Keyshawn Johnson. First off, with Rob Ninkovich, he said that the Patriots, or I'm sorry, I said the Patriots because everything goes back to the Patriots with him. He said that the New York Jets are going to upset the Buffalo Bills, and they laughed at him. And the only reason he's saying this, if the New York Jets played in the NFC West, he would pick the Bills. Bills coming off one of the worst losses in franchise history to the Jaguars, 6-3, something of that match of nature. The only reason he's picking the Jets to win because he's doing it with his heart, much like everything else he does. That's why you can't take him serious. Everybody knows the Bills ain't going to lose that game. You could bet the house on the Bills covering. They're going to destroy the Jets for what happened to them in Jacksonville. But with his heart, old Rob Ninko, the New England Patriot former player, wants to believe his little Patriots are going to win and be in first place. That's why you can't take anything credible with this guy. He's a homer. I mean, it's just embarrassing. He never picks against the Patriots, and he never picks, he always picks to influence and help the Patriots. It's just embarrassing. But and also with Mac Jones is he's perfect for this system they got him in right now. It's a perfect system. 10 TDs, 7 interceptions, perfect system. Yet when Mayfield, in his system, well, he's not winning the games. They're winning in spite of him. He's a systems quarterback. He's not a winner. Rob Ninkovich thinks Baker Mayfield's just an average quarterback, but yet Mac Jones is superior. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know what Baker Mayfield's record was the year he was a rookie, but I know one thing. He didn't have 10 TDs and 7 interceptions after 9 games. I can guarantee you that. And his record might have been not as good, but you're coming from a team that was 0-16 the year prior. So again, how are you talking about Mac Jones being such a great quarterback in this rookie class when Baker Mayfield, after 9 games, his stats are just ridiculed? They had to be. I don't even know what they are, but they had to be. Guy played 13 games. He had 27 TDs, 14 interceptions. Unbelievable. Anything to fit your narrative. And then Keyshawn Johnson, a new passenger on this board of the hate train, just doesn't like Mayfield. And I'd like to know, like, Steve Smith has a personal disdain towards Mayfield. I mean, he literally hates him personal. It's not professional. It's personal with Steve Smith. And I'd love to know why, Steve. What did Mayfield ever do to you? You hate him with a passion. And I'd like to ask you this, Steve. You're about 5'7". I think you're listed at 5'9", but we all know you're 5'7" on a good day. If I could set a fight up between you and Baker Mayfield in the offseason, boxing, MMA, whatever, street, whatever, would you accept it? And you know the answer would be no. You wouldn't accept it because you know you'd get ragdolled by a 225-pound, 6'1" beast. And it would happen. And you know this. I guarantee you Steve Smith wouldn't fight Baker Mayfield. And it's awful funny how Steve Smith ridicules Baker Mayfield on national television, knowing that I'll never have to see Baker Mayfield again this year. Awful convenient, huh, Steven? Oh, I forgot that the leader of this train, Margellus Wiley and Shannon Sharp, too. I think it all stems from what Mayfield did to Hugh Jackson his rookie year. But I'd ask you this. What Mayfield did to Hugh Jackson, is it any different than what Warren Sapp did to Mike Sherman when he walked off the field? And what do you say? Come get some. Come get some. Actually, that was more egregious. He challenged a 58-year-old white guy. Did you guys get mad then? You probably cheering him on. Yeah, that's right, Sapp, do it. Get in his ass, boy. Get in his ass. But because Mayfield is a white kid from suburbia, you guys hate him. Lamar Jackson, oh my God. If Mayfield played like Lamar Jackson last night, oh, it'd be all over the news. Mayfield sucked this and that. Lamar Jackson looked so bad yesterday, but no one talks about it. Lamar Jackson can do no wrong. 1-3 in the playoffs. Oh, he'll be all right. He'll get better. Mayfield goes out in 2 playoff games, looks like a 10-year veteran. Search the stats, watch the film. He looked like a 10-year veteran in both them games. The fact of the matter is, you guys hate on Mayfield. It's personal. All you guys. Margellus Wiley acts like he's from the hood. Compton. Son, you went to a prep school everywhere you went. To Ivy School. Your mommy and daddy might have grew up, you might have lived in the hood, but your mommy and daddy kept you inside. You weren't in the hood. They kept you away from it. Look at your high school. Look at your prep school, the colleges and everything. You ain't from the hood. You might just because you're born in the hood don't mean nothing. Look at Lennox Lewis. Look at, I mean, it just doesn't make, I mean, you guys, the hood means nothing. It means nothing. Warren Sapp acts like, or not Warren Sapp, Margellus Wiley acts like he's from the hood. He's not. Son, you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. Best schooling, best college? Come on, son. Mayfield had more upbringing, rough upbringing than you. And if you can't find that it's personal against Mayfield, you don't know what you're talking about. They hate him. And that's fine. Because you know what happens when you prove Mayfield and you talk shit about him? All these clowns wearing free Odell shirts too. Oh my God, I was never more embarrassed for players in the NFL. You think in 2007, there were people wearing free Moss shirts in the NFL? Hell no. It's this generation. It's pathetic. Free Odell shirts. Free Odell. Hey, let me ask you something. If it was Cooper Kupp or whoever that guy is for the Rams, would you be, and he was having in Cleveland, would you guys be wearing the same shirts? Free Kupp? You're damn right you wouldn't. You know you wouldn't. Free Odell. Well, he's free. And so is Mayfield. Should have been more like free Mayfield or the fucking cancer. Give him chemo. Every time you doubt Mayfield, he comes through. 0-16, 7-8-1. I think he was 7-7 his actual records. He didn't play in 3 games. The coach that kept him out of 3 games like a dumbass would have been still coaching the Browns if he would have started Mayfield, but he didn't. Wanted to start Tyrod. How'd that work out? No, Mayfield did punk Hugh Jackson. I didn't agree with it, but I didn't harbor a grudge for 4 years like you guys. Baker Mayfield may be the greatest puppet master ever. He has professional football players, former professional players, mind-fucked, angry, still, 4 years later, angry. Rob Ninkovich, Margellus Wiley, Stephen Smith, Keyshawn Johnson. And the list goes on. The list goes on. The list goes on. They hate him for what he did. And I could bet you when they beat the Bengals or when they beat the Steelers in the playoff game, I can bet you guys were fucking depressed. Because you had it keyed up every game that he's going to fail. But he doesn't. So Baker Mayfield, we got your back. There's a lot of Cleveland fans that don't know football. We all know the problem with Stefanski's play calling and Odell Beckham. You're free of that now. And you were playing like an absolute beast. And guess what? You take a nice deal in your contract, and I think you will. You don't need to make $40 million. You got enough money. You want to win? Be like Brady. Take a team-friendly contract, whatever that may be, and let's stack some chips. Let's stack some chips and win it all again and again and again. Because I believe in you. And so do the Cleveland Browns. You've seen that Sunday. That team was fired up for Baker Mayfield. They were fired up like their fucking dad got punched in the face and they were defending his honor. That's what they did. They came out there fired up. And Mayfield, I've never seen a quarterback go through so much hate over the past week. I've never seen anything like. He was maligned, ridiculed. I'd have to say 99% of the other quarterbacks outside of Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers would have folded. Baker Mayfield thrived. I mean, he thrived. He's got guys in his profession, players in his profession wearing free Odell shirts, and Baker Mayfield thrived. But yet, he only threw the ball 21 times. It was all Nick Chubb. He had one 68-yard run. It was all him in the defense. Mayfield didn't do nothing. I heard one clown come out and say, well, Mayfield already had a 7-0 lead. That's why he played good. Keep hating. Mayfield will keep making statements. Mayfield is a stud. And I wanted Josh Allen. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't trade Baker Mayfield for nobody right now. And that's a fucking fact. Baker Mayfield is truly the greatest puppet master ever. He has former NFL players dancing uncontrollably. Uncontrollably, he got these former players dancing. Throughout the week, Sunday and Monday, they just can't stop dancing. They wait for him to fail. And he keeps delivering wins. Free Odell. They gave Mayfield a shot of chemo, and it worked.